It's 6 o'clock in the morning. It's a bit late. I had a little lie-in, which may turn out to be a bad idea, but I'm exiting the campsite now. I don't really know which way to go. That's the problem. I'm going to have another good read of Robin's guidebook. I think it's up there to that kind of col. I think this lower one over here I think the lower one takes me back to the lake. I have to check on the map. Miserable feeling feet. I've put my wet socks back on because I know they're going to get wet again this morning, and I'd prefer to keep my dry socks for this afternoon and tomorrow. It's not very nice. Anyway, I'm going to make a move. So I've made it out of the campsite and the next valley along. I took a really stupid decision to go up this little couloir rather than up the snowy col, and I ended up sort of rock climbing essentially with no safety gear. Oh, it was really bad. I got most of a rhododendron bush all over my hand. I'm filthy, and this is the next thing we're going for, this col here, and then it should be all downhill down to 1,000 meters down, so we should be well out of the snow, which I'm very, very happy about. This is Molun Pokhari. If you can see, well, there's not much of a lake there, it's covered up with ice, but yeah, I'm heading to the left hand side of it. Just made another bad decision staying high on this slope. I just had to traverse above some cliffs, which if I'd slipped would have been a nasty fall. So yeah, I'm making a lot of bad decisions today, and I hope that's the last one. Well, I've made it down in one piece just about to the Khola river, and the bridge is still here, which is a relief. The guidebook says it's often washed away, but it's here. But it's not the best bridge I've seen. Here goes. Well, I'm not having a good afternoon, and that is putting it mildly. The snow has gone. I've been hiking down this valley, which is fine, and we've come to this kind of confluence of two rivers. and it seems that there's some instructions in Robin's guidebook which I can't follow. I mean, there's just no trail where he says there might be. I'm left with the only trail I can find is just going up this sort of side valley, and I've hiked up it for sort of half an hour, and it just seems to be getting further and further away from the river I need to cross. There's just no way I'm gonna get to the campsite I need to get to today. I've still got so much to do. I'm going to push on up this valley and I guess go as far as I can and just see if there's a crossing point. I don't really know what to do because I'm in the middle of nowhere. It would take 3 days to get back to, 2 days to get back to Hong Kong. Oh, and it's raining as well. I'm damp. Not raining hard, but enough to make everything slippery. So I've been hiking up this valley, which is completely the opposite direction to where I want to go, for about 2 hours now, and no sign of any way of getting across the river. And I've been getting more and more worried about where I'm going to camp because it's now like 4 o'clock and the light is starting to fade. But that has been fixed by this lovely grassy area, and if you look closely, there's actually a building over there. I'm not entirely sure whether I can get to it, but it seems to have a roof. So maybe there's people living there. I'm not sure, I need to get closer to examine. But the nice grassy area is going to be a great place to camp, and we'll see if there's a trail that leads off down this valley on the other side. That's assuming I can get across the river. I assume I can. It's pretty clean in here. The roof looks like it will be watertight, and there's a little fireplace here and a few bits of firewood around, so I'm going to make a little fire. I kind of feel bad for stealing their firewood, but maybe I'll leave them some money or something. I don't think anybody's going to be home. There doesn't seem to be anybody around. Yeah, I could really do with drying my socks out. Not entirely sure what I'm going to do tomorrow. Puts me back a day. I've got 1 day of contingency food, so who knows? We'll see.